Hey, everybody, welcome. I'm doing this impromptu live. I know it's Friday, so that's a little out of character for me. I normally do my Freight Broker Bootcamp live on Mondays, which I did this week, but this is impromptu. We're not doing a training today, but I have an important question that I want to ask you. It's really important. And so I couldn't wait till next week. I want to ask you this question. And the question is, and I know that people are going to be joining this. Some people are going to be catching this on replay. Welcome if you're catching this on replay. If you're catching this live, that's fantastic too. Today, I'm going to be asking you a question. And the question is this. I put a list of about 13 or 14 different topics in this post. And those topics are directly related back to the new course that I'm creating called the Freight Broker Sales Accelerator Program. This is a brand new program I'm going to be releasing very soon. And I want to get your feedback on what are the 3 most important topics that you need or want help with when it comes to selling your freight brokerage or freight agency services. Okay. So I'm looking for feedback from you. So this is not going to be a training. This is going to be me going back and forth with you, trying to get some more information. Because what I want to do is I want to make the absolute best product that I can for you by taking that piece of my brain over the last 25 years, the experience I've had inside the logistics industry, outside the logistics industry, but always selling. Sorry about that. I want to take that piece of my brain. I want to share it with you in this upcoming training, which is going to be called the Freight Broker Sales Accelerator Program. So I've been talking a little bit about it with people, outside, in some of the different social media posts and even in some of the lives I've done recently. I don't have an exact date for the release, but I am excited. So I'm looking for your feedback. So let me just give a couple quick shout out to a few people, I guess, that are joining us live, which is, what do we got? Put the city and state where you're logging in from. That would be great. I'd love to hear from you guys as we're waiting for some more audience to come in. That would be awesome. I'm sure that we'll have some people joining us. It is Friday, so people aren't used to me going live. And I did just send out a quick email to let everybody know that I was going to go live. So here we go. All right. So Rajwant Kaur, you missed my live. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Eduardo from Las Vegas. We got Eduardo from Las Vegas. We got Diggy from Stockton, California. We got Shahrazad from Dayton, Ohio. We got Darius from Monrovia, California. We got Jay from Dallas. We got Chambo from Atlanta, Georgia. Ooh, here we go. People are filling in now. We got Shan Fasado from Seattle. We've got Manuel from Eaton, Georgia. Lillian from Laredo. Amanda from Higdon, Alabama. Oscar from Nogales, Arizona. Dana Whitley from Houston. Heidi from Shelby. Men Fisher AZ Loader Truck from Porter, Texas. So we got a bunch of people. All right. I don't want to spend the time just greeting everyone. I do appreciate you being here live. So today I need your feedback. And the way that you're going to provide the feedback to me is in the comments. Okay. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to aggregate all the answers to the question that I'm going to ask you. And then I'm going to help. That's going to help me to customize and create the training that I'm about to release here in the next couple of weeks. So for those of you that are just joining me, I'm releasing a new program called the Freight Broker Sales Accelerator. I'm putting some of the final touches on it as far as what the content is going to consist of. And I'm looking for you for feedback on what are the top 3 areas that you need or want help with when it comes to selling. Now, I put a list of things in the post. Things like number 1 is sales mindset, right? Talking about the proper mindset you need to get into in order to effectively sell. about goal setting and the proper strategies for goal setting when it comes to sales. That's number 2. Number 3 is like a day in the life, knowing what a day in the life of a freight broker salesperson does, right? So what that selling consists of. Number 4 is, building your authority as a logistics expert. That's another example of a topic. Number 5 is winning cold calling strategies. These are strategies that actually work, right? Rather than just reading the same old dumb script. Number 6 is doubling your results with warm calling. Warm calling is a little bit different strategy than cold calling. But yeah, it's very effective, but there's a very specific process that you need to go through in order to understand that. 7 is sales conversation starters that work. Number 8 on the list is cold emailing strategies for shippers. Now, this is using email outreach to start a dialogue and then convert that into a phone conversation where you can then land the client. Number 9 is the power of social proof. There's an old saying, when you say it about yourself, it's bragging, but when somebody else says it about you, it's proof. So social proof is an important part of the equation when it comes to selling. Number 10 is asking effective sales questions. This is one of the most powerful components in selling, is asking good questions and then listening. Okay. That's a very important component. It takes a long time to learn that on your own. Number 12 is closing the deal. This is where you get the first order, right? This is actually the culmination of all the phone calls and all the questions and all the dialogue and all the back and forth, and then finally getting that first shipment, right? Number 13 is getting shipper referrals. Number 14 is leveraging sales technology. So those are 14 different topics that I have as a working list for my Freight Broker Sales Accelerator program. Now, there may be more, there may be less, they may be different, they may be the same, but I'm looking for feedback from you. I want to know what you think. I want to know what you care about. I want to know what's important to you. That's all I care about. It doesn't matter what's important to me. What matters is what is important to you. Where are you in your journey? I want to customize this new program in such a way that I hit the nail, boom, right on the head the first time, and that you get immense value. Okay. So if in the chat box, okay, below, whether you're on YouTube or you're on Facebook, somewhere in the thread, reply below with the top 3 things that are important to you, the most important 3 things that you can learn in a training about freight broker sales. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for from you as a group. All right. So we've got a whole bunch of people that are still logging in. And we got people from all over the country logging in. So that's awesome. Thank you for joining me. You probably noticed I have a little bit different camera setup. I'm no longer using my webcam. I'm using more of a DLSR. So I need to look up here rather than looking. When I look down here at the screen, you can see it's a little bit off, but the clarity is much better. The color is much better. The lighting is much better, much more professional. I hope you guys can notice the difference because I spent a shit ton of money buying the equipment. So a couple $1,000 just in equipment between lighting and cameras and lenses and blah, 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 blah. But in any event, so that's where we're at, guys. I'm looking for feedback from you guys. I need feedback from you. So we're starting to get some feedback already from Cindy Kane. Cindy Kane says her top 3 are, where are we at here? I just lost her. Geez, how did I lose her? There she is. Cindy Kane says, asking effective questions, goals, and cold calling. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for always joining me live, for always being here, and for being a student of Freight Broker Bootcamp, because I know you are, Cindy. Thank you so much. All right. Here's a suggestion from Shahrazad. We need to know the sales process and when we need software like a TMS. Okay, great. Excellent feedback. Great feedback. Thank you so much. Who else has got? All right. So here's another good one from Eduardo. Sales conversation starters that work. Okay. So sales conversation. Yeah, this is really interesting because this is something that people struggle with. They really struggle with how to start a conversation, right? The key to sales is you have to be a little different. You can't just beat people over the head with your pitch. You have to figure out a hook. And so sales conversation starters, if you have the right one, the right ingredients, it can work really, really well. So I hope you, thank you for that feedback, Eduardo. All right. So what do we got? All right. So Jay says he would love for you to cover day 1 and getting started. Okay. Yeah, that would definitely be a great place to start. how to get started in sales day one, the foundation tenets of that. So that's great. Excellent feedback. Thank you, Jay. All right, what else do we got? All right, so we got Lillian says, approaching new customers who have reliable carriers. Okay, so that's more of an objection handling, right? So this is the objection that you get from shippers sometimes saying, yeah, we're happy. We have a lot of carriers we're already working with. We're not looking for new vendors. So that's more of handling an objection. And I think that's an important objection because you do run into that from time to time. So thank you for that feedback, Lillian. By the way, I'm going to compile all of this feedback you guys are giving me into a list. And that is and the things that are on my list, I'm going to obviously prioritize those things. And the things that you're suggesting that aren't on this list, I'll consider adding to the list as a part of this training, okay, that we're going to be doing, okay? And for those of you, just so you guys stick around, if you stick around here for a few minutes, if you guys want to be a part, if you want to be a part of this Freight Broker Sales Accelerator program, this is going to be a live training that I'm putting together. It's going to be a 5-week modulated live training. I'm going to give you the ability to access the wait list. So I'm putting together a wait list where you guys can sign up for that wait list and you'll be the first to get notified when this goes live. Because when I release this, I'm only going to let 50 people in this first iteration, in this first class, okay? And so it may not be the first 50, but it's going to be 50 people that number one, you're going to have to get on the wait list, which I'm going to share with you how to do that in a little bit. And number two, when that comes out, you've got to get enrolled right away. Okay. So I did this wait list because I've had so many people ask me that I just can't handpick them all, right? So I'm going to limit this first class to 50 people. And then we'll do future releases down the road where you guys can still get access to the training. Now, the price is going to be much higher. I haven't finalized the price yet. It's probably going to be somewhere between $500 and $1,000, right? Somewhere in that range when I first get started, this first version, this first launch. You'll know that once I do the release. But if you do want to get on the wait list, hold on for just a couple minutes. I'm going to give you a link where you can go to get on that wait list. Okay. All right. So what else do we got? Let's see what other topics. All right. So here's one from Glenn. What and when questions should be asked? Important. Timing is important. How many questions, what questions, when to ask questions. Good topic. Thank you. All right. So Mahogany says, how to overcome issues that may arise with loads, warehouse is full. Okay. So that's a little bit more operational. It's not sales. This Freight Broker Sales Accelerator program is going to be focused 100% on sales, selling freight brokerage, getting new clients. Okay. That's what this is going to be focused in on. I think that's an important question. I think that's an important topic. I'll jot that down maybe for a future training that we'll do of some sort, but I don't think it'll fit into the Freight Broker Sales Accelerator program. But thank you, Mahogany, for the idea. All right. So Eduardo says sales conversations, winning cold calling. Good feedback. Thank you. Glenn says social proof and objections. Okay. Yeah. Man after my own heart. Social proof is one of the most critical components, and it's something that very few freight brokers do. It's very powerful. And then obviously the ability to overcome objections is critically important. Thank you for the suggestion, Glenn. Dan says rate contracts with shippers, how to set up, how does that work? Okay. Yeah, rate confirmations probably wouldn't be too much sales oriented. Contracts would be obviously addressing how to do contracts, getting contracts signed. Do you need contracts? What type of contracts? Yeah, I think that would be important. That's a good topic. Thank you for bringing that up, Dana. All right. What else do we got? All right. So Jay says qualifying questions for shippers. Okay, good. Asking good questions, qualifying questions. Thank you, Jay. All right. So I'm scrolling through here. All right. As people add more questions, here's what I'm going to do, guys. If you are interested in signing up for the wait list, okay? All right. If you want to sign up for the wait list, I'm going to put it up on the Freight Broker Sales Accelerator wait list go to? 1 second. I'm going to put it up here on the screen so you guys can see it. All right. Freight broker sales, etc. Go to. All right, cool. So here we go. That should be. All right, here we go, guys. So that is where you need to go. freightbrokerbootcamp.com/FB sales. That's where you can get on the wait list for the Freight Broker Sales Accelerator program. Now, I've already got about 50 people on the list. That doesn't mean that they're going to be the people that get enrolled. I'm expecting there'll probably be about 500 people on the wait list. And then what's going to happen is once I release it, I'm going to send a notification out to all of you. And it's going to be first come, first serve. The first 50 people to sign up are going to be the people that are going to be in the first class. Now, we will have later, you'll have an opportunity later to get involved, but I can tell you the price is going to be much, much higher, right? It's probably going to at least double in these later classes, okay? So I'm going to offer a big discount. I'm going to offer a crazy deal for you guys to get involved in this first one that I'm doing live. And again, I'm doing this live. This isn't pre-recorded. These are all going to be done live with Q&A through webinar type format like this. It's going to be a 5-week course where I'm going to be doing a training every single week and a Q&A associated with it. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are excited about it. But that's where you're going to go to get on the Freight Broker Sales Accelerator wait list. What you'll have to do is you'll have to put your cell phone number in, okay? I'm not using email for this wait list. It is going to be a text. This is how important it is. You are going to get a text. When you get that text, you're going to have to respond right away because it is going to get filled up super fast. I promise you, this class is going to fill up crazy fast. All right. So that's why you have to put your cell phone number in, and then I'm going to send you a text notification as soon as we go live. And we're probably going to go live in the next 7 to 10 days. Probably you'll get your notification, and at that point, you've got to jump on it if you really want to be involved. And obviously, all the full, complete information will be there, including price and everything that's involved and how it's going to work. Right now, I'm putting all that together, so bear with me. But just know that I am going to be releasing this very soon. So let's go back to the questions here. Let's go back to getting some feedback back. Okay. All right. So we're going to look. All right. Awesome. All right, so here's something from Diggy, a roadmap of how to set up the brokerage. Okay, Diggy, for that, you're probably going to want to join my Freight Broker Bootcamp online training program. That's kind of my baseline introductory course where brokers and agents can get started. So you can go to freightbrokerbootcamp.com for that. We've trained over 8,000 students. That's my baseline program. That's 101, helping you get started as a broker, as an agent, start getting your first couple customers, a little bit of cash flow, how to do rating, how to do dispatching, how to set up your office, how to do all that, right? The fundamental stuff. This Freight Broker Sales Accelerator program is more geared towards people that have already went through that course or are already successful freight brokers and freight agents and want to continue their education, okay? And they want to continue to develop their skills so that they can cash those skills in and grow their business, okay? So I hope that helps, but that's where you're probably going to want to go, Diggy. All right, so Loaded Truck Logistics says closing tips on how to close the deal, how to get the order. You've been talking, but how do you get the order, right? That's closing. So that'll definitely be a part of it. I think that's always an important part of sales. I do it a little different than most people, so it might be interesting. There's tons of advice out there about sales. A lot of it is the same. I have a tendency to be a little bit different. All right, so how do you respond to the "we are FOB routed" shipper objection? Okay, so that's an important one. Yeah, handling objections will be an important part of the training for sure. We will cover all the major objections. That is absolutely going to be a part of this. It has to be. You need to understand when a shipper says this, how you need to respond and exactly how to respond. Okay, so that's a good point, Omar. Thank you. Yes, how to ask for loads, especially loads they can't move. Okay, how to ask for the order. Yep, thank you very much. Oh, here you go. So phrases to avoid approaching, phrases to avoid. So things not to say, okay? If I'm getting it right, Manuel, that's what you're saying. Things not to say. I think that would be important. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good idea. See, this is the reason why I did this live. I want your feedback. I want you to help me create this course because I want to make it the best for you. The training that I would do, that I would put together where I am in sales and in my career is different than the training than you need. Do you get my point? You have to understand, I'm at a different point in my journey. So the things that I talk about a lot of times, or the things that go through my mind, or the things that even I need help with are different than the things that you need help with right now where you are in your journey. Most of you are very new to the industry. You're either just getting started or you're probably in your first year or two of business, right? That probably categorizes 90+% of you that are going to catch this video, maybe 95%. So the training needs to be curated specifically for you. That's why I'm doing this live. This is your opportunity to give me feedback. This is your opportunity to get on the wait list. So make sure you get on that wait list. Otherwise, if you're not on the wait list, here's what I promise you. If you're not on the wait list, you probably won't even get a chance to sign up for the Freight Broker Sales Accelerator. So get on the wait list. I assure you, I'm not blowing smoke, right? I'm taking this very seriously. I've been asked for years, almost a decade now, I've been asked to put together this Freight Broker Sales Accelerator, this advanced sales training program. And I've never put together this type of a comprehensive program. Again, this is totally separate than my Freight Broker Bootcamp. This is a standalone product on its own. And now that I'm doing it, I'm going to do it all the way. It's going to be 100% and you're going to be blown away. Okay. All right. Different ways to break the ice. Good. Building your authority. Amanda says, building your authority as a logistics expert. Double your results with warm calling and asking effective sales questions. Thank you, Amanda. Those are great suggestions. And I have a tendency to agree with you. Those are huge. How to effectively follow up with shippers. Good one. Deshante, good one. Add in a live conversation playing shipper versus broker role. 1 second, I'm about to sneeze. I'm going to try to put us on mute here. Sorry. All right. So the sneeze will come, but not yet. All right, so we've got a lot of great feedback. So who here, put it in the chat box. Who here has gotten on the waiting list? Hit me up in the chat box. Say I'm say I'm in the chat box. If you have already signed up for the waiting list. If you've already signed up for a waiting list, let me know. The link says page not found. No, that can't be true. Freightbrokerbootcamp.com FB sales. Let me double check. FB sales. Nope, works great for me. It's going to pull up a very simple page. It's going to say Freight Broker Sales Accelerator by Dennis Brown waitlist. Sign up and get notified first when this and other programs are released. You enter your cell phone number. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not sure. If you are international, you probably will not be able to get these texts. I didn't really think about that. Maybe you will. Enter your number anyway and see what happens. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Okay. I think it might only be available in USA and Canada. If you're international, I'm going to have to figure something else out. Maybe you'll be able to send an email or something if you're on the international format, because I didn't really think about that. So that's a good point. See the things you learn as you go along. So yeah, so I hope that works. All right, so you're signed into the waiting list. So Zon Stevens says it works. It did say that when we clicked, but I had to retype it in manually. Okay, great. All right, so who's on the, so Cindy's on the waiting list. Deshante's on the waiting list. Eduardo's on the waiting list. Daniel's on the waiting list. Glenn's on the waiting list. American Maverick's on the waiting list. Good, 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 good. All right. Jay's on the waiting list. All right, so we're getting a bunch of people on the waiting list, which is great. And again, I'm going to be launching this in the next couple of weeks, but I'm really want more of your feedback. I think there's 67 people live on this live video stream right now. So I'd love to hear from all 67 of you. I want your feedback. This is your opportunity to help me shape this course. I'm going to put the things that are most important to you as a community, as a group, into this training, and I'm going to make sure that I deliver. Okay. If you know anything about me, I under promise and over deliver. I'm never going to go outside of that realm 100% of the time. Okay. So if you give me feedback, I can make this course even better for you. All right. So if you have suggestions on things you want included in the course, you got to let me know. It's the only way I can get your feedback. Okay. So you got to make sure you respond to me here in the chat box, whether it be you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube or wherever you are. I definitely want to know. All right. So Beatrice, the waiting list is for the Freight Broker Sales Accelerator training program that I'm about to release in the next couple of weeks. That's what we're talking about. So today we're talking about, I asked you a question. What are the top 3 topics that you need help with and want covered in your sales training? And then I'm going to be using that. And I made a list of all of them, right? I made a list of 13: sales mindset, goal setting in sales, a day in the life in sales, building your authority as a logistics expert, winning cold calling strategies, doubling your results with warm calling, sales conversation starters that work, cold email strategies for shippers, the power of social proof, asking effective sales questions, handling shipper objections, closing the deal, getting shipper referrals, and leveraging sales technology. Now, if any of those are what you're thinking that are important to you, then let me know. If there's others, if it's not on the list, simply type other and then give me the idea in the chat box. Maybe I'll add it, right? That's why I'm here. I'm looking to get more feedback from all of you, okay? So Kate's in on the list. Lavara's on the wait list. What else we got? All right. A&A Trucking's on the list. No problem, Beatrice. No big deal. No worries. No worries. If you get on the wait list, great. I'm going to be announcing the release of this new program in the next week to 10 days. You're going to get a text that's going to let you know. And again, the reason why I'm doing this wait list is because I'm only letting 50 people in this first cohort, right? In this first release, I'm only letting 50 people, and I'm going to give it to them at a big discount compared to what I'm going to sell it for later, okay? The price is probably going to be somewhere in the $500 to $1,000 range. I haven't finalized that yet. But later in future releases, the price is going to be at least double. At least double. It might triple. Okay. So in this first cohort, you definitely want to get involved if you're serious. Plus, you're going to be the first to get the information and start applying it for your business as a competitive advantage. So, all right. Jay Gill, you can't find the link. All right. So let me see. The link is, here it is. freightbrokerbootcamp.com/FBSALES, FB sales. It works. I've tested it. You'll get a little window. It'll say, hey, enter your phone number here to get notified, right? To get on the wait list. So it's super, super simple. When you get there, you only got to put one thing in, just your phone number. I don't want your name. I don't want your email. I don't want all that. I just need your phone number so that when I release this, I can hit a button and you can all get notified. Okay. And again, I'm expecting probably 500 people on this wait list by the time I release it. And you guys are all going to get an equal opportunity to get enrolled. Okay. So let's check out what other comments we have. Beatrice, love the boot camp. Thank you so much. If you loved boot camp and you thought that was great and you think it's the right timing and you can afford it, get on the wait list because this training is going to blow you away. Oh, here's an interesting from A&A Trucking. He has an idea how to make shippers call you. All right. That's a little bit more marketing than sales. Okay. Let me explain to you the difference. Sales is typically outreach, where you're doing outreach. You're reaching out to them, cold calling, cold email, social media, things of that nature, right? There's also inbound. So you have outreach and inbound. Inbound, when you get inbound calls and inbound inquiries, that's typically driven by marketing. You're doing paid advertising, you're doing social media posts, you're doing email marketing, you're doing other types of marketing efforts, referral programs, things of that nature, where you will start getting inbound leads. Okay. That's a little bit different than sales, but it is a great idea. Inbound was a huge part of our success. We had a lot of inbound lead generation in my freight brokerage. So there's a variety of different ways to do that. That might be a little bit different type of a training, but it's a great suggestion. And thank you for sharing it. Yes, Jay's on the list. Perfect. Yes, Jay, even if you're not a student of boot camp, you can still join the wait list. Again, you do not have to be a Freight Broker Bootcamp Pass student in order to join the wait list. But what I can tell you, and I will be totally honest with you, if you have not went through my course or you are not already a freight broker or freight agent, okay? If you haven't went through my course, or if you're in the process of going through my course, that's fine. But if you haven't went through my course or you're not already a freight broker or freight agent, this might be a little bit advanced for you, right? Feel free to get on the wait list, but I just want to be totally transparent. I want to give you the right information at where you are in your journey. So most people, this course is going to be geared towards people. Yes, they're startups, but this is not, the training program on how to get your authority and how to set up your office and how to do those sorts of things, how to do rating. That's not what this is. This is freight broker sales. If you want that other information, you go to freightbrokerbootcamp.com and you can sign up for my bootcamp course, right? Which is the introductory, get started, get the wheels going, get rolling, get some cash flow, start getting some customers. This training, the Freight Broker Sales Accelerator, is specifically towards sales, and it's designed to help you really scale your business, right? You're going to be able to put a sales process in place, right? That's going to allow you to create predictable new customers, where you're going to be able to generate 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 new customers a week, a month, depending upon how much you decide to scale it up. Okay. So that's what this Freight Broker Sales Accelerator program is versus the Freight Broker Bootcamp startup course. Okay. I want you to understand the difference. If you're just looking to get started, you haven't gotten any training, or you're not up and running, you definitely want to start with Freight Broker Bootcamp. That's my introductory course. If you're looking for more honed in advanced sales training, then this is where that Freight Broker Sales Accelerator wait list is going to come in for you, that I'm going to be releasing very soon. So, all right, guys. So we're getting a lot of great feedback. Phyllis is on the wait list. Evelyn's on the wait list. Awesome. So we got a whole bunch of people on the wait list, and we've got tons of suggestions, right? Tons of suggestions about different topics. If you have not commented about what you think the top 3 most important areas that you need help with when it comes to sales, make sure you hit me up in the chat box, whether you be on YouTube or on Facebook. Make sure you give me some feedback. All right. Other people are going to be catching this on replay. If you're catching this on replay, it's no problem. Make sure you give me your feedback and make sure you sign up for the wait list. There it is on the screen. Freight Broker Bootcamp Sales Accelerator. Go to the wait list, the link for the wait list. All you got to do is opt in with your phone number and you're done. Super simple. So I hope you guys enjoy this Saturday, right? Or I hope you enjoy this Friday. Today's Friday. I'm sorry. I'm a day ahead already here. So I hope you enjoy your Friday. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I really, really, really appreciate you being here live and all the feedback you've given. Any of you that are already students of Freight Broker Bootcamp, big love. Anybody who's on the wait list for the Freight Broker Sales Accelerator, big love. And we will talk to you soon. Remember, I will be going live on Monday, as always, with another freight broker training that we're going to talk about. I don't know what the exact topic is going to be, but guess what? It might just be sales. So we'll see you Monday. Have an awesome weekend. We'll talk soon.